Hi everybody, Lynne Forsythe here, and I am excited to show you what I created for the 12 Days of Gift Wrap by Canvas Corp. And what I did was I created this little treat bag inside our homemade turtles, and we decorated the paper, the tissue stock, and just put some turtles in there, wrapped it up, made a little tag, and what an excellent gift to give coworkers, teachers, friends. The kids can help you make the turtles, and I'll have the recipe up on the blog post. But it's just a fabulous, inexpensive way to make wonderful Christmas gifts. So what I did was I started out with tissue stock. Okay, tissue stock is a 12 by 12 amazing product, and it comes with 20 of them in a package. Now, I used both the ivory and the craft when I created these. So what I did was I just laid the piece of tissue stock out. I picked two different stencils. These are from the Crafters Workshop. I also have a paint and gesso. You can use whatever paint you want. I'm using Silk's acrylic glaze. And what you'll need is a stencil brush. And so I just randomly placed my stencil on the paper and just dab the paint through it. This is something that your children can do. This is just an awesome, inexpensive, wonderful way to make great gifts for Christmas. So you just pick that up and you move it on. And you keep repeating this process with the gold. And then we'll go to the gesso after that. Now I like to tap it over on the side because, as you know, you are working with a liquid through a stencil, and I'd really prefer not to have a bleed through. And it doesn't really matter whether you can see what the pattern is that you're putting on here. It's just a matter of getting the color onto the tissue stock so that it's just not plain. I can't do anything just plain. So I did this about 5 times on the tissue stock. All right, we'll do it 6 because I got a big old hole over here. Okay, so once this is all stenciled through, we'll go clean up our stencil and then we'll dry this and then we'll go to the next step. So as an FYI, the stencil that we used before, or that I used before, is called Paradise. So now that I have the gold all dried, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the reversed chicken wire, and now I'm just going to apply gesso through it. So I'm going to put a big old wad of that on here, and once again, just randomly, I'm just applying the gesso through the stencil. This is such an awesome gift, craft for children to do. Get them participating in the gift of giving. All right, so there you have it. There is my finished piece of paper, tissue stock, and now we'll dry that. Using a piece of lime green on white Canvas Corp paper, I die cut the holly branch, and so here I have it right here. And then what I want to do is I'm just going to take a paintbrush and I'm just going to paint over top with the same gold paint that I used previously. I'm just going to paint over top of the paper so that I give my holly a nice gold shimmer to it. My die cut holly is all nice and painted, so I want to dry that a little bit. And now I'm going to use a little bit of some twinkling H2Os here just to create kind of a branch look so that where the wood part would be will be looking kind of branchy, kind of woody. like that. Then I'm going to dab a little bit of red German glitter on the holly berries. And then we'll let that. So to create my tag, I'm going to use one of the tags from Tags and Ties in this color. This is a color ivory. And then all I did was I took my favorite verbiage stamp and a bit of archival ink. And with the point facing towards me, I just randomly stamped on my tag. And now I want that to be totally dry before I do anything else. Now that the tag's all nice and dry, I'm going to also get out one of the mini poinsettias, mini red poinsettias from Petaloo from the Darjeeling collection. I'm going to use a fan brush. I'm just going to dip it into my gold paint so that we're keeping everything consistent here. And I'm just going to brush over top of my tag. So we want everything to match. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. And then I also took a little bit of the gold paint and also painted over top of my poinsettia to give it a nice vintage rustic look, as you can see. Okay, so we need those two items to be dry. So my flower and my tag are dry, and then what I want to do is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to fold it down to create a tag. And I folded it down to the edge here, leaving this open. Then I'm going to place my poinsettia on there, and I'm going to take just part of my holly leaf here, the holly branch, and I want to bend those leaves a little bit because I really would like them to look three-dimensional, because that's how I do things. Okay, and we're going to put this underneath here, and then we'll adhere those onto the tag. A little bit of glue here, put it on the back of our holly branch, and then a little bit on the back of our poinsettia, and there you have your tag. How pretty is that? Oh my gosh. My handy dandy little crocodile here, and I'm going to poke a hole over here on the side. And now we have our tag for our little gift wrap. And we have our gift wrap. So now we need to compile our little wonderfulness. So now I'm ready to put my gift wrap together. So I have a piece of the craft tissue stock along with my painted one. And I just kind of find that sometimes things just work a little bit easier if they kind of have already been molded and bent. So I kind of just took that and crumpled it up a little bit. You don't have to do that if you have a problem with that. And then all I'm going to do is flip them over. And I'm going to set them up in this fashion. Then I'm going to take 5 of my little yummy homemade turtles. I'm going to put it in the center. Bring it up and wrap it around. Now I know that the tags and ties come with little burlap ties, but they're not really big enough to go around the bag. So my favorite thing to use is called jute rope. And it's this really thick rope, but I tear it apart. It comes with 3 strands in it, and then each strand has 3 to 4 strands in it. So basically all I did was I cut an 18-inch piece of that jute rope along with a piece of gold trimming. And I'm just going to take that and I'm going to wrap it around my little lovely package I have here. And I'm just going to tie a big pretty bow. Real simple, like that. And now I'm going to take an additional piece of the jute rope. And I'm going to thread my piece of jute rope through the hole that I made in my tag. And then I'm going to tie that around my package. And there you will have it. A wonderful homemade gift to give out to friends, the postman, your mechanic, whoever you would like. And you have a fabulous homemade gift that really didn't cost you a whole lot. Your kids can be a part of it, and they can be a part of the giving of Christmas and not just the getting of Christmas. Your handmade gift wrap and tag, and let me tell you, it will touch somebody's heart and their taste buds. Thank you so much for watching the 12 days of gift wrap, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Have a wonderful crafty day.